Oh, I had my mic muted? Yeah. Anyways, you're on the lifeboat. This is your captain speaking, Spanx Calhoun. Let's try this again. For real this time. For realsies. For real this time. For real this time. Dang, it's good to be here. I tell you what, been looking forward to this moment with sound for sure. Every time I've imagined it, it definitely had sound. Uh, no, but I missed you guys. I tell you what, it sucks being sick and being in pain and uh, dang. I just really been looking forward to this moment, and here we are. Here we are. Jason P, good to see you. Ben Bacon Bits, the newest nut, Rexkin Messler, Seventh Son, Izzy E. Thank you for saying so, Izzy. Valerie 102, I got your utensils today. Thank you so much. And also, if y'all didn't notice, I have my very own cat in a basket. She's the cutest. Paula Puffer, good to see you. Rolling Stone. Let's finish roll call. I'm just so excited. I can't keep it together. Tara Smiling. ASAP Lizzie. Plant Freak. Karen Stein. Jemiah COVID Council. Good to see you guys. Joe. Heck yeah. Matrix Rabbit. Alrighty then. Yeah, dude. I have like 3 shows worth of stuff to talk about. I tell you what. But yeah, I finally got the pain under control. It made me a little sick this morning, which is pretty sweet. That was pretty great. Which is funny because as soon as I was done being sick, I like felt amazing. So I could have like just turned this thing right back on. I thought about it. I did not though. I was like, dang, what a bummer, you know? What a bummer. And it might have been the antibiotics too. These ones say, where'd they go? They say to take them on an empty stomach, which is weird. Usually they say eat with it, but this one says, where does it say it? Take a medication on empty stomach 1 hour before or 2 to 3 hours after a meal. But I'm also taking something for the pain, and then I'm taking Tylenol and like, I don't know. It could have been all kinds of. I've never been really into pills because one of the reasons is because my body does not do pills very well. I have a very weak tummy. Tummy not happy about all the medication that's been going inside of it. I tell you what. I got a pot in the mail though, so I'm gonna totally make spaghetti tonight. I'll post pics in the Discord. I can't wait. I have all this spaghetti. I've been waiting. I'm so stoked. Yeah, it hasn't been all non-productivity over here. I tell you what, it has been mostly non-productivity, but I have gotten some things done, which is cool. But mostly I've handled my pain and been resting. I slept like almost all day yesterday. It was friggin' wild. Super wild. ASAP Lizzie, good to see you. Paula Puffer. You thought I was pregnant? I mean, I hope not. That would be quite the surprise. Got some spaghetti squash. I hear spaghetti squash can make a good spaghetti alternative. Like, you could shred it up into spaghettis. But, just regurgitating information here. I'm not certain of the validity of my information here. Tara Smiling says antibiotics can mess with your gut flora. I supplement with fermented foods like sauerkraut, yogurt, and pickles. Side note on the pickles, I'll have to come back. They really help my digestive system. I try to do Greek yogurt and sauerkraut as regularly as possible in my diet for that reason. But if you've never brined your own pickles, like made pickles from cucumbers, you haven't lived. They're so good. I worked at this restaurant called the White Horse Kitchen in downtown Salt Lake, and they brine their own pickles. And good Lord, these pickles are so good. And really all you need to do is put like salt and sugar and I don't know, some other seasonings in a jar with cucumbers. And can't remember if it was vinegar or water or what the deal was, but you just like leave them in the fridge in there for a certain period of time, and that's how you brine pickles. Super delicious, super simple, like to die for. So good. And while we're on the topic of pickles, I friggin' love pickles. There's this brand of pickles I see at the store called Hot Damn Dills. They're pretty good. Or maybe it's Yeehaw Pickle Co. I can't remember, but silly name. And they're spicy pickles, and they're really good. And it looks like there's like one habanero in the brine, which is surprising for the amount of heat they got. They did arrive. I do have the utensils, 7th. Thank you very much. I'm going to use them to make spaghetti tonight, and I'll post pics. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I have all this stuff to be cooked in a pot that has just been sitting there. So I'm going to go to town. I'm going to go to town. Good to see you, Valerie. I hope you're doing well tonight. How is everyone? I haven't asked yet. Mr. Ray, good to see you. Miradira, KFIC89. I think the painkillers that they prescribed me is what made me sick, KFIC. Johnny seems to be doing pretty darn well, I have to say. I spoke with him. We spoke. He seems well. He seems all right. Clara Eisnagel, good to see you. Welcome. Glad you showed up. Glad you made it. Maggie May, lovely crewmates. Miss Dragon, hey there. Smash the like button. Thank you so much. Well, maybe we'll talk about some of the stuff that happened to me. I told you about the dental and the insurance. Christy Kress, first time saying hello to you as well. Good to see you. Brazy girl, missed you. Lol, I was watching that irritating dude as well. Shout out to Surviving the Survivor. Love that channel. But anyways, yeah, we talked about the dental, the insurance, and I was just about to start talking about the pain and my experience with it, and some things that me and my dad talked about. When I was started to get like really, really in pain, like when it started to get kind of scary pain, I called my dad and I was like, dude, I can't even do this. I can't even right now. And he said, well, what he said was he talked to me for about 8 minutes. And by the time, I don't even remember what we were talking about. By the time that 8 minutes was up, I didn't really hurt that bad anymore. And that was kind of wild because it's nerve pain, right? It's tooth pain. It's pretty bad pain, right? And for it to just up and go. And I've experienced this before. I feel like every time I go to the hospital, especially since I've lived here, the ER is right across the street. I've been over there twice. Every time I go over there, by the time I get there, and I'm sitting down or I'm explaining what's going on, I don't hurt anymore. And I wonder why that is, because it's not a physical lack of pain. It's like my brain is convincing myself of something that I don't really understand. But so that 8 minutes thing, my dad talked to me for 8 minutes, and by the time we were done with that 8 minutes, it didn't hurt like real bad anymore. And I think that's because, and my dad also explained this to me, is what we focus on. So if we focus on the pain, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And that's one of the reasons I think tooth and nerve pain are so bad, is because they throb. So it kind of grabs your attention like over and over and over. And then that's why it increases and gets worse and worse and worse. If you can occupy your brain for 8 minutes, you can change the whole game. And that's something I aspire to. I feel like, and maybe this is a fantasy, I don't know. But if I could master my mind, I could have control over pain, right? I don't know. That might be a little far-fetched, but at least in small doses, in small ways, we can definitely influence pain with our minds, right? And this also can apply to recovery, addiction. It can apply to anything, really. The power of the mind is mind-boggling, they say. Mr. Ray says, tooth pain is the closest to your brain. So your pain receptors have less time to travel. That makes a lot of sense when you put it that way. Makes a lot of sense, man. I tell you what. Had a trick where I'd use pinky nail as plunger in ear. I really like that string of words there at the end, right there before the comma. Sometimes I'd feel nerve twitch and pain would relax. Hard to explain, but may help. Every time I've stuck my pinky in my ear and moved it around, I feel like I hit this like pressure, not pressure point, but I feel like there's this suction thing that happens and I like blow my eardrum out damn near almost. And I have like really sensitive ears, so I'm gonna take your word for it. Also, with this particular, it's like right here is the tooth. It's like almost as far back as you can go. I've been feeling like when it has been flaring up, I don't know if it's swelling or nerve stuff, but swelling in here, nerve stuff, whatever. And also lots of pressure along my temple here and like behind my eye. Like it's been a scary kind of sensation for sure. So it's really cool that my insurance kicked in and the wait list be danged. But at the same time, when I start calling to make appointments, I wonder how long it'll take to get me in at these places that are good. It's interesting. I really look forward to finding out. I feel like there might be a wait list after all, as far as just getting when the appointment can be scheduled. But um, yeah, it is really close to my brain, Like, darn, what worst case scenario is pretty darn bad, you know what I mean? So, I'm trying to keep an eye on it. I feel like if it was really bad, I would know, it wouldn't be a surprise, right? But I don't know. I don't know. I try not to think about stuff too much. Layla Bradley says, I suffer from fibromyalgia, so I feel pain all through, excuse me, different parts of my body, yet I have zero ability to handle tooth pain, so I know what you mean. I mean, tooth pain is just redonkulous, right? It hurts. It hurts a lot. Maggie May, good to see you. Zelda Z. Definitely the neck straight thing. I catch myself in these weird positions all the time. Like I'm some sort of snake or something, but keeping my head straight. And then also, this has been helping, like rubbing that temple. I used to always wonder why people did that. I would see people like massaging their temples and I would try it and it didn't really feel that good, but it didn't really make sense until I had soreness there. And now I get it. Mr. Ray Ray says possible skin cancer on my face. I got a black circle on my doctor's appointment is not until August, so good luck, lol. Dude, I let's get some ones for Mr. Ray Ray. I hope there's not cancer on your face, dude. That would obviously not be ideal, right? And I have heard tell of this wait list thing, this and I don't know if it's just in Arizona or if the times have changed. It's been a while since I've really conversations with Christy. Good to see you. And Christy Hughes coming in clutch. Hi fam, can't stay. Wanted to say hi for the mods. Thank you as always, Christy. We appreciate you so much. I hope you're having a great day, all right? Oh my, I used to be good at bouncing around. I still can be. I can be good again. Um, but yeah, the power of the mind. You can apply this 8 minutes thing, this distraction technique or whatever to pretty much anything. If you're trying to stay sober and you're getting urges or cravings, right? You could do anything for 8 minutes. It's real easy to occupy 8 minutes. You just have to commit to that 8 minutes. Like, all right, I'm doing this. More of an action than a thought, right? Just get to it. Zen Wen, good to see you. Cup of coffee, good to see you. This Mariposa blend is so delicious. So delicious. I'm feeling quite a bit better, Christy. Thank you so much for your well wishes. We love you. Awakened by the Looking Glass and Zaphod Bibelbrox. Our president has arrived, folks, people. Our president. Much love, Zenwen. Good to see you. I missed you guys so much. Every single one of you. I tell you what, it sucks having tooth pain and not being able to do the boat. You know, I do like feel a little bit like I'm letting people down, but I don't want you guys to think I'm beating myself up. I definitely am not having trouble with that. I definitely just selfishly want to be here hanging out. You know, it's weird. It's a part of my day, twice a day, and it has been. I know I'm still kind of new, but at the same time, it's like a solid part of my routine now. It's weird not doing it. So, that being said, again, it's so good to be back. Just to do a quick review for those that just showed up. You had your face blow up overnight. What does that mean, Resin Rabbit? I hope that your face is intact. But, you know, blow up doesn't sound intact. Let us know what's going on. For those that just showed up, a little review. My insurance is good. I need to call and make appointments or whatever, right, for the dental, and we'll see how long that's going to take. That's my next update. We'll get that tomorrow. I'm going to give you guys a journal update tonight, or a journal prompt, I should say. Two, one for the night, one for the morning. Also, while I'm thinking about it, so scatterbrained today, my song of the evening is a good old fashioned classic, "Wagon Wheel" by Old Crow Medicine Show. I'll type it down, but I'm sure that a lot of people are familiar with this. Wagon Wheel, such a great song. And I think I've called out Old Crow Medicine Show on the channel before, but they're such a great band. I don't feel bad about it at all. I'm also terrified of the dentist, Mr. Ray Ray. I'm going to try to talk about something that's not my tooth for a sec, so maybe it'll hurt less. Up past your eye on stuff, abscess. Uh-oh, that's not good. Did you go to the doctor? Your brain's right there. So, Brazy, the journal prompts are on the community page on the YouTube channel. So if I go to, I'm going to navigate it myself because I have trouble finding it sometimes too. So if I go to the Lifeboat channel, if I click on the channel itself, there's a bunch of tabs: home, videos, shorts, live, playlist, community. If I click on community, I believe it should be right there. Boom. Yeah. Last night's was how do you stay motivated when working on long-term projects? And these prompts are just to get you thinking and writing, right? The idea is that it's, thought-provoking enough that give you something to write about and maybe get your pen flowing. So, there's not a starting writing block, right? But also, you'll notice that as we do this, a lot of these questions are seemingly innocuous. They're not really getting to, they're just regular old questions. But every once in a while, especially on certain dates that mean more to the addict at large, we will have special onion peeling questions. But they should surprise you. They should blend in too. It should assist you in peeling your own onion without, yeah, yeah, they're wonderful. I'm excited to share them all with you. But if you have trouble navigating, I guess I'll think of some other places to put them. I guess I can put them in the Discord. I can put them on the Facebook page. Right now, they're on the community page, so that's where they are for now. I will start to figure out what a better spot might be for them, but maybe I could also put them up like on the live stream. That would be cool too, probably, huh? Maybe I'll work on that tomorrow, because the same way that we have this, the TLB logo and all that, I bet you I could just slap it up there. And then everybody could just maybe journal along even. Long show. Yeah, my pleasure, Brazy. Anytime. Let me know how I can help. Yeah, my teeth are not doing so good, Matrix. If my insurance is as good as I've been told, I'm gonna get the whole mouth redone. I'm gonna get that Gary Busey grill. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get that Reese's Pieces grill. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm talking about? That Gary Busey. Shout out to Reese. I love your teeth. They're great. They're beautiful. Yeah, it gets stuck in my head too, Mira. And now I pass it on to you. And now I pass it on to you. Tag, you're it. Sierra Terry, good to see ya. Nice selection. I had a band about 10 years ago called Feels Like Home, and we used to cover that song. I'm meeting friends after work, but we'll catch up when I get home. Glad you're feeling better. I am super glad to be feeling better as well. Enjoy hanging out with your friends, and be safe out there. We'll see you soon. How'd that deer hide turn out the other night, Izzy? I keep seeing Christy scroll by and intending to click on it, and then it scrolls by. On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Yeah, just like that. Well, what was I talking about? I was talking about some things and some stuff. I was talking about the power of the mind, how that 8 minute thing can be applied to whatever. If you're having urges or cravings, distract yourself for 8 minutes, right? And this is where being present in the moment and all that still also comes back into play. It's going to be so useful. You're going to be able to use this so often. Um, if you're present in the moment and you notice what's going on. Oh, hey, I'm getting a craving right now. Like, oh, this thought I've just been having, this plan I've been making to go do these things. I probably shouldn't do that for whatever reason, right? Well, let's whatever your fallback is, go do the dishes, right? I don't know, do some stretching, get the journal out, write in it, right? Clean the table off. I don't know. There's a million things that take you 8 minutes, and none of them are particularly difficult, but you can get yourself going. Often, even if it's just like getting out of bed, if it's just doing something innocuous that I don't want to do, if I just start doing it, if I just do one thing, just one little thing real quick, it's really easy to keep doing. Like the first action is the hardest. After that, it's like dominoes falling down, right? If my kitchen looks like crap, um, and I really need to clean it, it's intimidating. I don't really want to. If I just do one dish, it's a whole lot easier to do the rest of them. You just got to start, or at least for me, in my experience, I just have to get into action. I just have to get moving. The power of the mind is mind boggling. Um, and I don't know why. It often seems to be my mind seems to be my worst enemy. My mind wants me to sit down on the couch and not do a whole lot. My mind wants me to not do the dishes. My mind wants me to be like afraid and like sheltered. And I don't know. It's very interesting. My mind wants to defeat my body. It seems like, at least, a lot. Um, and it definitely seems like a battle a lot. You know, deciding what I actually need to do, what I need, and then doing it rather than just getting lost in there, because it's so easy to get lost in there. I tell you what, exactly, it becomes a habit. And I'm trying to make habits of the things that I really don't like to do, but really serve me, right? Like doing the dishes is one of those things. Um, if I could just keep on it, it would be a whole lot easier than doing a bunch of dishes, right? There's this concept my uncle taught me. He's a chef. It's called cleaning as you go. Novel concept. It really makes everything a whole lot easier, but my stubborn brain doesn't want to do it for some reason, even though I recognize the value. I have done it successfully. Kitchen stays clean. So Anyways, that's just one example. My kitchen's not that bad. Don't get the wrong idea. I live a pretty clean life. Not the same degenerate I once was. Just a different degenerate. I'm just kidding. I'd like to think I have my stuff together. So it's all in one place. All my stuff in a bag. Oh, did I miss the response? Looking great. Can't wait to get crafting with it. Sweet. Sweet. Yeah, I used to have a pair of leather pants that I would fire perform in. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they weren't my pants, but I'm pretty sure that I owned a pair of leather pants when I was with this girl that I was with. When we broke up, the pants did not come with me somehow. When I brought this up, she didn't. I don't know if she was playing dumb or if she actually didn't know. Who knows? Bless her heart. Maybe maybe they did just disappear or whatever. But I miss those leather pants. I miss those leather pants a lot, and I can't wait to get another pair of leather pants. Yeah, Brazy, you didn't know I fire dance. Are you familiar with this thing they call fire dancing? I have an example for you. Oh my, I love this video so much. This is me and my fire crew doing a performance at a festival in Utah, northern Utah. And this performance was a part of a larger piece that was performed as a part of the Burning Man man burn ceremony. But this video was taken, I think, after that. So, anyways, it doesn't matter. But this was a part of our Burning Man performance. This video was not taken at Burning Man, though. This was a different time. And I'm in there with the girl we were just talking about, the one that may or may not have swiped the pants. But yeah, anyways, speaking of, that brings me to something else I wanted to tell you guys about. I have really cool news to share. I was catching up with my buddy in Hawaii, Taj, and hey, Cosmic, how you doing? Glad you made it. I was talking to my buddy Taj, and he's been in Hawaii for a little while. We met in the Utah Fire Conclave, and he's been in Hawaii for a little while on his little Hawaii adventure. And we were catching up a few days ago, and he told me that he's been plugging in with the Hawaii Fire Conclave. Conclave is just like the Burning Man fire crew. It's hard to explain. They're not like, yeah, it's just the fire tribe out there. But and so for their regional burn in November, so they'll have a regional celebration, a regional Burning Man celebration in November on Big Island. And he said he's in charge of the opening ceremony. So he's got, like 20 tickets or something like that. I probably shouldn't say that, but whatever. So one of those is for me. So I'm going to go out there and help him put it on. Some of our friends and affiliates we're all going to get together and have like a nice little reunion in November. So that'll be sweet. Can fly out there, spend a few days. I think it's the 8th through the 11th is the festival. So that'll be real fun. I can't wait. Apparently there's waterfalls and also, it's Hawaii, so should be great. I can't wait. I haven't, since I started this sobriety journey, I've really stepped back from all the fire stuff, all my fire peeps, because I really just needed to focus on myself, right? Get my schneat together. So Now that all my stuff is together in one place in a bag, just kidding. It's not that funny, I guess. Shout out to Rick and Morty. But yeah, I'm really excited to reconnect with my friends and show them how far I've come and to burn, to do some dancing under the full moonlight. It'll be great. It'll be great, they said. Yeah, I've only been to Hawaii once and it was breathtaking. I would live there. I'd in a heartbeat live there. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. ASAP Lizzie, good to see you. I don't know if I said hello to you yet. Maybe I did. Danced with the Devil by the Pale Moonlight. I forget, what song is that from? Is that from a song or is it like a poem? Wow, I'm getting a slight ache in my face. Where do I post my pics? Well, probably on my Facebook. That is a good question, though. I definitely feel like I would need to share evidence of this adventure with you guys because it's going to be so sweet. And now that I have like a gimbal and I'm in the YouTubing circles, I probably should like document it all too. You know what I mean? So there definitely will be media. There will be videos and photos, and I'll share as much as I possibly can. Absolutely. Resin, I didn't see. Did you go to the doctor for your face, man? I am concerned, and you may have answered this question already, but I feel that it's necessary to ask you again. I hope that's okay. I guess we could watch the video together, couldn't we? Do you guys want to watch it together? I'd never even thought about that. When you say it like that, Christy, it kind of does sound like that, doesn't it? Isn't that from Batman with Jack Nicholson? I think Jack Nicholson is breathtaking Joker. You know what I mean? But Jack Nicholson, just classic jokey McJokester. Everybody says yes. Okay. Allow me to set it up. Allow me to set it up. Maybe I can relax too. Maybe I can do that. All right. There's a button and it does this. All right, I'm going to stop my music. Also, interesting. I'm going to have to put the headphones on for this. My hair is just the perfect size to where it'll like fit in the back of that hat. I know it's messy. I haven't taken care of it recently, so that's what happens when you don't take care of it. So, have I changed my audio? Are y'all still hearing me? Everything's fine, right? All right, so that's my ex Jess, the girl on the very very far side, the other girl with the fans. That's my friend TK. And I'm going to, in the very back, I believe, of the line, there's going to be a little cha-cha line coming through. And I'll just let it run and maybe. Am I back? Oh my. We're going to try this one more time. It might be that my current setup is not capable of doing such things, which will be rectified soon. But let's try it one more time. If I can. I'm experiencing technical difficulties now. It won't go away now. It's broken and it's stuck. Well, that sucks. I love watching that. I could watch it a million times. I have so much Fire media, but most of it is of my crew and not like of me. So I feel weird sharing it without their permission. I'm sure they'd say, hell yeah. Maybe I'll ask them. Oh, look, it wants to work now. Let's try again. I'm going to catch that bug the next time it flies by. Oh, yeah. Thank you for telling me that. I was aware of that pressure point, but didn't know what it was for. I'm doing so right now. Thank you. That's my big homie. Huge fire stick. I think there's a moment in this video where I by a centimeter dodge his huge fireball as it zoomed past my head. I had such a hard time learning that walk. I almost lost it right there. That's my good friend Hannah over there. As a part of the greater boost to Burning Man. And they give you feedback, like pretty quick, a little before putting them. They're like, we like this, we don't like this. And all they had to say about this piece was, we like the nature. Not like we call it that or anything, right? But they like it, and pretty sure I let pretty heavily right there. So all the things that and then this part here, I never got to see it from the big zoomed out angle, but it's supposed to be a big heart when looked at dead on, like from far away. If I were all positioned like that, it's supposed to be like a heart of fire. I'm on the left. The guy in the middle is my, he's like our screenplay. He's the Fire Lord. That's me in the center now. Holding this, I mean, I guess there's two sticks. Crouching, diving away. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the far left. Wow. Yeah, that's good. Oh, a little insight into what's happening right there. Can I see it? So that was like a month after I had created my nub. So what I was
almost
doing
lost
right
my
there
mind
was
when Donna lady next door.
There's this like principle, I guess, that the burning community follows, and it's like pack in, pack out, right? Don't litter, basically. You know, if you drop something that's trash that doesn't belong in the desert, aka anything you brought with you, no matter how small, it's moop. It's a matter out of place. So you need to pick it up, right? Because it's just going to be there forever and destroy the environment slowly, right? Well, I had like a bandage on my nub because it was a ripped apart finger, you know, had just like smushed my finger apart like a month before that. So I did that whole performance with the gnarly nub, and my, like, right at the beginning, my bandage flew off. So that was me finding the bandage, picking it up. The whole time my nub hurt so bad. I forgot about that until that moment at the end that reminded me, oh, why would I be doing that? I'm not even putting the fire out on my staff. It's because I was looking for that trash before it blew away. I'm proud of that moment. Went out there and did it. And you know, it turned out okay. It's, you know, I have burnt the crap out of my hair so many times deeming. I used to have this little like crown of burnt hairs on the front. Yeah, that's right, Teresa. Leave no trace. Did I see Wharton Thistle in here? Wharton Thistle, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Yeah, Izzy, that's one of my dreams, is to like travel around and see how different people do it, because it's so cool. It's so different. Everyone's so different. That crew is very like sensual, I should say, and like very dancey and like artistic, and like it's very cool. And like that's like that's a very unique crew. That crew was like some old heads and some new heads that had like come together and with like a similar vision. And that crew would go on to become a collective that we had, that was too beautiful, independent, and artistic for its own good. It ended up destroying itself. But in that iteration, I think was our best. And the greater collective that we were a part of is called Fire Muse Circus. And they're a whole nother animal entirely. They're wonderful, just a bunch of wonderful people. And I think that I would describe Fire Muse as like kind of a similar style as to what you just saw, but like, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, but I love seeing different styles. I tell you what, everybody's got their own thing. Yeah, burnt hair does not smell good, but you know immediately when you singe yourself a little bit when you're out there dancing. It's like immediately you smell it. It's not something that you miss for sure. Hey, Heifer, good to see you. I don't know if I said hello to you yet, but I missed you. It's good to see you. Oh, man. That was fun. Thanks for watching that with me. Thanks for watching that with me. It's just some like weird heathen stuff, you know? But I really, really enjoy it. Please hold. We have much more to discuss. Please hold. Hey guys, I'm not sick. I'm still here. I'm still energized. My face doesn't really hurt. Maybe a little bit, right? But it's manageable. I think this is a dream come true. There's this voice inside me that said, "You'll never make it through a whole stream." And I was like, "You shut up, voice. You don't know anything. You don't know stuff. You don't know stuff. You don't know things." Oh, my kitty cat. But look at me now. I'm doing it. Whoa, look at everybody receiving gift memberships. Let's go. Janet G, thank you so much. Y'all are looking good in green. You know that? Yeah, it meows. Was that really loud when I found that button? The first time I found it, it's because I had it propped up on my thing and it fell off. And then I saw that button on the bottom. Hell yeah. When I was a kid, those were my favorite kind of toys. You just press a button and it makes a super sound. That is a decent journaling prompt. What's your inner fire made of, crew? Izzy, if you don't mind, I might just use that. Might just go ahead and use that. Even though I have like 4 months of questions to recycle because it's May already. That's better than all my questions for sure. Maybe not all of them, but that's a really, really good question. Snowball after skiing. It's like a mini cat pot pie. You know, now you're making me hungry, Teresa. Pot pie is not something I can just go and make. One time, me and Jess made a puff pastry, and it was like we made this dough and then put butter in it and then folded it in on itself like a million times and then like stretched it out, rolled it out, right? Put butter in it, folded it in a million times, and then rolled it out and then put butter in it and folded it. It was the craziest process. We did that like 9 times, and it was the flakiest, bestest, lightest crust of all time. We made shepherd's pie, and it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Sometimes you just need a little help in the kitchen, you know? Sometimes, the best stuff just needs, you just need a partner. Partner, like shepherd's pie. Although I think one person could have done that. It just took forever to fold the stupid butter into the stupid dough. Oh my gosh, it was so delicious, Teresa. There's something to be said for a light, flaky crust, you know? Got a patch of sun sitting between clouds, and I'm sitting in it. Wharton, I tell you what. I tell you what. Yeah, my stomach is an audible one. When I was napping away the day yesterday, it was loud. It was just grumbling at me and burbling, the grumble burbles. Yeah, I tell you what, when the clouds part and that sun comes through, it just feels like salvation. It just feels like serenity. Just feels so good. When it hits your lips, it's just so good. Yeah, music definitely lights my fire. Sometimes, like a comfortable silence is really, really nice too. I have to say, sometimes a comfortable silence is fantastic. I used to be really bothered by silence, but not so much anymore. In fact, sometimes I feel like people talk too much. I definitely feel like I've been that guy in the past too, and I definitely have the potential to be that guy now. But man, I'm sick of looking at my hair. Good lord, I wish I could turn the view of myself off. I guess I can, but then it's not like then I can't interact. Well, have you guys been journaling? How many of you journaled on the prompts I put up last night? Yeah, music gets me all jacked up, and I really like sad songs. So, sometimes I'll put a song on and just shed a tear or two. Sometimes I just gets me there. Oh my gosh, Brazy. All right. I'm glad that you said that. I probably shouldn't do that. It is a little like funny, but at the same time, it's very serious. Um, yeah, I can pretty much eat whatever I want, and I never eat enough. So it's different for some people. I apologize. It was someone else's fault. Someone brought up something that was delicious, and then they got me started. I will try to ignore it. All right, moving forward, I will try to ignore. Twin mom, good to see you. I like this new time, don't you? I tell you what, it's gonna really make it better for me. It's gonna be better. This level of energy is something I aim to maintain. If we're not having fun, it's probably because I'm low energy. You know what I mean? So the 7 o'clock was great because it was a time that we all did and that we all did all the time. But it was bad because it was 12 hours after. It's like 12 hours after the show I had just done. So, this time is definitely better for me. I tell you what. And it's going to enable me to sleep more, have more me time, have better shows, just all of the above. Um, we talked about pretty much everything that I wanted to. We could go into the quality of pain a little more, but I don't know if we will. I don't know if we will. I'm definitely not done hanging out though. Um, we're just gonna have to find something to do, I guess. I guess. Yeah, Izzy, I was totally thinking of you and Davey when I changed the time. It's not like I changed the time because of y'all, but I was thinking like I bet you Izzy and Davey will be able to tune in because they're east. So that is a sweet plus. All my East Coasters and my UKers can hopefully tune in now because we do love our replay crew, but being here live is so much different, so much better. Plant Freak says that prompt led me to the realization that I have a Moore syndrome. I had already made it through Friday's craving and realized I got good news. And I just wanted more happiness. I wanted it to last. So there's going to be a 2, I assume. I also get that. We never really want to come down, right? But everything does eventually. Wanted it to last longer instead of enjoying the moment. Interesting pickup. I'm glad that you not only are journaling, but getting something out of it. You know what I mean? It's actually leading you to water. That's wonderful. If you were to just be in the moment and enjoy that moment, your happiness would probably be more valuable too, right? But it's only natural to want the happiness to go on, you know? It's just how we're wired. It's just how it goes. So don't beat yourself up, right? But dang, what a good find, right? What a good find. I'm so glad that prompt helped you. And that's the idea, right? That's the idea. Just get your pen moving, get your brain thinking. Get those emotions moving, right? Have to work in the AM, so I'm going to bed. Have a wonderful night, crew. Thank you, Captain. Rolling Stone, as you were. Have a great day at work, all right? And sleep well. Kelly B69, good to see ya. Hey, family. Just in time to hang out. You made some pasta, Heather. You know, I'm just realizing I probably don't have any red sauce, so I'm going to have to go to the store to get some tonight. It's okay. This is an easily solved problem. There is a solution in sight. We just go buy red sauce. We go buy pasta sauce. How are you doing tonight, Kelly? I am doing better. Before you ask, I'm sure you will. I am doing so much better. I'm so glad to be here, and I missed you. How are you tonight? Hey, SB. Better late than never. A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. The great Ian McKellen. Amen to that. Amen to that. Can I share something with you guys? Check this out. What is going on? Oh, I moved it. You ever just like think you know where stuff's at and then it's not there? Look what Uncle Johnny gave me. We've been talking guitar stuff. We pretty much always talk guitar stuff because we're into it, right? And he's been talking up these amps that were sent to him. And this is the smaller of the two that he's got. But this thing is, I think it's 5 watt. It's real small, right? Not a whole lot of power, but it connects to this app, and this app has every pedal. I keep telling him like, "Hey, I want to get this distortion pedal so I can, get really metal with it." And he's like, "No, just get this little amp, and put, you can have all the pedals all at the same time." So, I was kind of like skeptical. He let me borrow it while I can't remember where he went, but I borrowed it for like a week, and it's rocking. This thing does not have a lot of power, but as far as like the pedals and the tones and like the things that it's capable of doing, it's astronomical. It's amazing. And they make ones that have a little bit more power. So we were talking about it last time I saw him, and he asked me what I thought of it or whatever. And I said it was amazing. You should see the tones I'm getting out of this thing. And he was like, "Keep it." I was like, "No way." He's always giving me sick gifts. Uncle Johnny's the man. You have an electric violin? You should totally get it. What are we looking at here? This is called Positive Grid, I guess is the brand. I'm sure Uncle Johnny has like a whole review, but we can just help you out here. Oh my gosh, it's black on black and it's tiny. Positive Grid. I'll get some more information for you, Izzy. Spark is the name of the app. It's just like red letters on a black background. Spark. Maybe in Discord, I'll give you the rundown if you're really into it. But, funny story about electric violin. When I was like the last year of high school or last year of middle school and the first 3 years of high school, I was living in Los Alamitos, California. And that's when I like started smoking pot, right? And right down the street, like the next street over, it was just right around the corner, was the homies. And that's where I would go to do degenerate stuff or whatever. And there were two brothers. The younger brother was like a couple years older than me, and the older brother was like 4 years older than me. And the older brother played violin, and he was actually a music major in college. He was a freshman when I was a sophomore. And he had a violin and he had this little like setup where he would plug it into an amp and he would jam electric violin. And he's bad to the bone, man. I tell you what. And I remember I would go over there and just get really stoned and like listen to all of them jam. They would like jam forever and then get up and switch instruments. They had like a drums and guitar and bass. They had everything. They had the whole wazoo over there, and they would play like musical chaired instruments. They would like get up and switch and then jam some more. And Camilo was just a killer on the violin. In fact, I bet you I can find one of their songs if you guys are interested. They have many a project, definitely quite a musical family, but this one I always come back to. 40 views. Look at these guys go. They're killing it. I can't believe it's only got 40 views. This has been up for like dang near 20 years. And I bet you all 40 of those views are me. I bet you it's me. I know I've watched this video more than 40 times. It's gotta be. But this band has no vocalist. They're just like instrumental. And like, I don't even know what to call it. It's like rock, it's alternative, it's classical. It's a lot of things. But there's some violin on there. And that's my buddy. Also, I believe the bass on there is my other buddy, his little brother. I'm not sure though. They're all my friends, but the two that lived in that house around the corner from me, I believe it's the bass and the violin. Black Violin. I feel like I have, but I'm not familiar like with their music. I just feel like I've heard the name. I'll have to check them out. Black Violin, huh? The cello, I tell you what, there's something about the cello, Inappropriate Heifer, that just gets me going. The trombone was cheaper. Are you a trombonist? Because I have to say, the trombone is quite an instrument. I was like volunteering for this concert series at Deer Valley in Utah. And one of the shows that I volunteered for was Trombone Shouty. This dude could rip the trombone. Trombone Shouty. He was pretty good, I have to say. Hit the Spanky button. Spanky the like button. What hobby or what do I want to try to achieve? Well, I really want to get into like acrobatic type stuff. Like I want to incorporate like backflips into my fire dancing. And I want to take my guitar on tour. I guess I want to take my current hobbies to like a whole nother level, I guess is my answer to that. I want to take my fire much further. I want to take my music much further. And I want to get into like video photography, production of like some like more production stuff. I don't know. I want to get into something media, I guess. Something with pictures and audio and stuff. I definitely have the capability of being like a jack of all trades, like a master of none, right? And at one point, I had a lot of hobbies and I just wasn't great at anything. I was just average at a bunch of stuff. So I cut a bunch of hobbies out and focused on music, snowboarding, and fire dancing, right? I got pretty decent at fire dancing and snowboarding. And my music is like, I never really put it in like the top priority spot. So there's definitely room to continue and further that goal, right? I think goals are important. We talked about this the other day, right? Cognitively moving through my day and my life is far more productive than just drifting, right? Just floating. No matter how much, like there's this voice inside me, right? No matter how much there's this piece of me that wants to just exist and be a wallfly, my life is much more enriched. My life is just so much better in infinite ways when I consciously move through my life, when I'm making decisions that are based on information. You know what I mean? Like instead of just like whatever, caring and making decisions and thinking about stuff. And, I like how Christy talks to her dogs, being somebody, like, actually trying to be somebody, I think is a huge factor, at least in my life, in my journey, right? That's like my not natural state. My natural state is like anarchy, like F the man, like, you guys get to see a very interesting side of me. You guys get to see Captain Calhoun, which it's real. Like I'm real. I'm just saying like there is like, there's other sides of me that you don't really get to see because they don't come to bear on the boat. Right. I don't necessarily think that those sides of me necessarily have a place on the boat or whatever, but there's a whole lot more to Mike than just Captain Calhoun for sure. Yeah, have a good night, Goosebump. I forgot where I was going with that. My favorite color is purple. And I'm a big fan of yellow these days. Anarchy. I don't know. I don't know if I can show you anarchy, but I don't know. I guess a story or something would probably be best to illustrate all of that. Complicated man over here. That's funny. Your name still displays, brother. I don't know if you wanted it to or not, but I remember that was a thing last time. That's my guy. Shout out to my dude, bro. My main man. Yeah. Yeah. Ogres have layers. We're like onions. Why don't you want to be like a cake? Cakes have layers. Love you, dude. Can't wait to see you later. Really? Please hold. I feel like as I was walking away, I show people anarchy by letting them look in my closet. I read toilet as I walked away, and I was like, "Oh Lord, my closet's not that bad." And under the bed ain't bad either. In fact, I think there's like one flip flop under my bed, and that's it. Yeah. Any word on the job interview, LKF? Eaten ramps? I have not. Or as I affectionately refer to him as Skousenbaum. Like balm though, like BALM, like he's a soothing, ointment. Yeah, that's my buddy, soothing ointment. Skousenbaum. One flip flop. I don't know where the other one is, but I do know that one is under the bed. That's where it be. That's where it live right now. But yeah, a lot of things are new. A lot of things are brand new. I generally have a dirty room and there's a bunch of stuff under my bed and my house isn't put together and my house doesn't have a front room and this is a time for new things, new beginnings, living on the edge with that one flip flop, remember, I don't know if I told you guys, I'm pretty sure that I did, but I told you guys I got a giant bag of Fruity Pebbles with marshmallows in them recently. That giant bag has almost been destroyed. I have been eating so many bowls of Fruity Pebbles with marshmallows. I'm a Fruity Pebble eating machine. I just felt like sharing that. They're so friggin' good. And I was thinking about it. I used to not be a big fan of Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles because I felt like there was less sustenance, like substance and sustenance there, right? I didn't feel like it stayed in the tummy and nutricized me very well. I know I'm making words up, but anyways, I digress. I was thinking about it more while eating mini bowls of Fruity Pebbles with marshmallows in them recently. And if you look at the bag, there's like this much like bulky part, right? But it's so packed in there because they're Fruity Pebbles. They're just like kind of all on top of each other, right? It's dense, densely packed. So I got it in my head, maybe Fruity Pebbles are more bang for your buck because no matter what, there's going to be this much air at the top, right? They're going to jip you. But if this much is like hella densely packed, maybe in the long run, I'm getting more out of it. I don't know. They probably all weigh the same anyways, but I was thinking about it. And maybe I'm a fan of Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles now. Maybe I'm changing my tune. Maybe. You never know. I can't wait to have a bowl after this. I tell you what, somehow we're back on food. I'm sorry, Brazy. I forgot. Empty calories are fun. Is that what they are? Marshmallows and Fruity Pebbles are just empty, huh? I guess it's better than beer. That used to be my empty calorie of choice. Um, Shout out to not drinking. Really stoked on that. I mean, I'm sure that they're mostly nutrient devoid. I can't remember where I was seeing it, but I was watching like people in a foreign country. I think it was something on YouTube. It was this export of like bug jelly that they use in different products. And then I started thinking about like all the weird stuff they probably put in cereal. And I hope there's no bug stuff in my cereal. I tell you what. Jason P, just because you're the man, we appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. Captain Crunch is my other go-to. I used to be a Lucky Charms freak, and I also am a huge fan of Smacks. That was probably the first cereal I was really into when I was fairly young. Smacks, the one with the frog on the front, they just smack. They're really good. And who doesn't like Cookie Crisp, right? Bug jelly, man. Now I'm not gonna. It was like there was a certain kind of bug. I can't remember what country it was, but they like go into this like cocoony state or something, this hibernation state, and this like crust or like paste or something forms all around them, like on these branches or something. And they like go and harvest these bugs in their like amber state or whatever. They like use this like knife to like chop them off of the whatever they're on. Man, I'm doing such a bad job of explaining it. It was so interesting though. And then they like boil all the stuff in a pot and like melt it down into like one, and then they filter out like the organic material that's like, I don't know. But at the end of the day, at the end of the process, they're like standing up and they have this like, it looks like bubble gum, but it's like a huge sheet of bubble gum. And they're like stretching it with their feet. And like the guy bites the middle of it and like uses his neck to like pull the center out. They're like stretching it. I forget what it was for. It was for all kinds of stuff. It's like the country's largest export. But yeah, super gross. I've heard chocolate covered grasshoppers are good. I don't know if I'm into it. I bet you that crunch is super, super odd. I love Lara bars. They are so good and good for you. I mean, it is Slurm. It's what Slurm is making fun of. It's real. Here, let's bug jelly export. Let's see. Homemade beetle jelly, no. Preventing insect jelly abuse. That's weird. What the heck? I don't know, dude. I wish I remembered what it was called and what it was used for. Mad honey. I have had this thought. I don't know if I'm down though. I forget why it is the way that it is, but I'm pretty sure what it actually is why I decided I'm good. Pretty sure it's DMT, isn't it? Shellac. That's right. I'm talking about shellac. Thank you, Jacob. Dude, that guy's got like 5 chins. Too bad it's fake. No, you don't eat shellac. But shellac, I forgot why we started talking about that. Mad honey, interesting topic. Let's pull something up. Maybe I can find some material on it. We'll talk about it. I watched a documentary on it. Bees that collect. Whoa, that's not what I want. Bees that collect pollen and nectar from gryonotoxin containing plants often produce honey that also contains gryonotoxins. I wonder what a gryonotoxin is. This so-called mad honey is the most common cause of gryonotoxin poisoning in humans. Not exactly the answer I was looking for, but very informative. Gryonotoxins are a group of closely related neurotoxins named after a plant native to Japan, originally named for 19th century American botanist Asa Gray. This scientific mumbo jumbo is not helping. Basically, it's hallucinogenic honey that comes from a specific place. The place it comes from are these like crazy cliffs. The honeycombs are like on the bottom of these cliffs, basically. And in order to harvest this mad honey, this honey that has value because it's like hallucinogenic honey, right? And the reason it is because the bees that live here or whatever do the pollen and nectar thing with like hallucinogenic plants, basically. So it's like a little ecosystem they have that makes their honey trippy because the flowers they're servicing are trippy, basically, right? In layman's terms. But in order to harvest this stuff, people have to risk their lives. Like they have to rock climb into the gnarliest place. So they're just up there, on ropes, and then they have to anger the bees, you know what I mean? And then they have to like do the thing. So shout out to people that harvest mad honey. Y'all are crazy. But yeah, I forget what exactly is going on with the honey, but it's no joke, allegedly. I bet it's very expensive, especially judging by like what you got to go through to get it, how it's made and whatnot. I forget where I had learned about it, but I think the documentary or whatever I had watched described the effects it had as well. And for some reason, it didn't seem great to me, But then again, a lot of hallucinogens don't sound great to me. So I've done a lot of them, but like right now, I can't wrap my brain around making that decision with any hallucinogen, to be honest. I feel like my brain needs to stay in one piece. It deserves to stay in one piece, That's just how I feel right now. Yeah, I figured they smoke them or freeze them or something, right? Cosmic. Shout out to anyone look after bees. I love bees. I've got some good friends in Salt Lake that raise bees, and absolutely delicious honey. It's a whole nother ball game when you're getting local honey from local bees. I believe they call it like red number 4 and stuff like that, and like 40 Lake, and basically it's just whatever the heck they want to put in the food. They feel like they can do whatever they want. Jacob says hallucinogens terrify me now, dude. Yeah, it's crazy looking back and thinking I was in a mind state where I was just like, yeah, dude, let's go. That sounds great. Because nowadays it does not look like that. It does not look like that at all. I was so willing and able to just recklessly tear my mind into pieces, dude. I was just so willing to throw myself into the abyss. Lucky I made it out, you know? Would I eat lab grown meat? Maybe once. I'd probably try it. It's hard to wrap your brain around lab grown meat. You know what I mean? And if they can grow meat, can't we grow humans? Totally turns your entire moral structure on its head right there. What does that even mean? Grow humans? What? Humans are grown. Now what? Now everything you thought was real isn't real anymore. Now we have to redecide because we broke all the rules. Now we're growing meat. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'll try anything twice, but grown meat, it's weird. It's weird. Mara says, that's a hard no for me. You guys want to hear something tragic? I took an anatomy class in my senior year of high school. We dissected cats. Cats that were born in a lab for the purpose of dissection. Sad, to say the least. So sad. And we kept these cats in buckets of their own fluid under the dissection tables in the lab for like too long. They started to decompose, I feel like, before that project was over. Terrible. But, you know, very informative. Fetal pigs. Oh my Lord. We did like a cow eyeball. We did a few things, you know what I mean? But like the full cat, that was wild. That was wild and sad. And I grew up with cats. You know, I love cats. That was it's pretty brutal. There was a bunch of people in my class that were not stoked. They were like, why did I pick this class again? We did frogs as well, or frog brains, maybe it was, or sheep brains. I don't know. We did lots of stuff. We cut lots of things in that class. I grew 2 humans as well. Good point. That is kind of what we do. It's just like grown inside your body because we're organic, you know, machines. But that is a very fair point. As you were. You guys did a pigeon? Oof. Oof, yeah, the smell was the worst. I agree, Heifer. Heifer? Heifer! Well, heck yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me. You guys rock. You guys rock. Really excited for things to come. I'm never going to get sick again. Just kidding. That's not true. But no, I I just like saying your name like that, Heifer. Heifer! It has a nice ring to it, you know? Heifer! But yeah, I'm never going to get sick again. I'm going to be here every night and every morning. It's going to be great. And my dad's going to be here pretty much all the times in between, at least this month, while we're talking about Mental Health Month. Mental health's important, something that I have not always had an abundance of. And I'm sure that y'all can get behind that. I'm sure that y'all can relate. So yeah, we're going to spend a lot of time talking about that. Maybe we'll do something on ADHD. We'll do some neurodivergent stuff. I don't know. Do some farting around. You know how we like to fart around. I am taking B vitamins, Mara. Thank you very much. I've recently gotten back into my multivitamining, although I'm going to have to re-up and get some new ones soon because I'm running out. Cat meat in the freezer. Ugh, gross. I've heard tell of such things. Good looking out. I appreciate that, Mock. I definitely, I think that was a one-off, but you never know. I definitely that's not the first time that painkillers have made me puke a little. So I definitely haven't felt that way since this morning. So I will keep that in mind because it's never fun. I tell you what. I couldn't even make it down onto the ground. I had to like look down on the porcelain throne and just launch onto it. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was the worst. Couldn't even make it all the way, dude. Love you too, Brazy. Good to see you guys. Man, I just can't even. It's so good to be back. It's so good to be back. Terrible. Just terrible. Human beef? No. That's the Hunan beef. Hunan. Having surgery on my mouth may not for teeth extracted in the bone where my teeth have gotten bad from having gastric bypass surgery. Ooh, well, let's get some ones for Kelly B. Everyone, good luck with your surgery, Kelly. I hope that it goes off without a hitch, no complications, and I hope your recovery is swift. May 9th. 4 teeth. Ooh, I do not envy you. I'm definitely going to be having something similar happen. So I'm right there with you. But I guess you first. Good luck. We're gonna keep you in our thoughts and our prayers. All right, Kelly. Christian B, I'm in a bad place trying to acknowledge it. Well, the good news is you're here on the boat surrounded by people that care, man. So I'm really glad you're here saying that out loud, Christian. If you feel like it, let us know, or let reach out to someone here that you know. Let someone know what's going on. Myself included, but I'm sure that there's a bunch of people here that'd love to hang out and talk with you and work through it. I tell you what, Kelly, the universe aligns in very strange ways sometimes. It really does. But I definitely find that there's no lack of mirrors, and I don't mean physical mirrors, but I definitely feel like there's no lack of parallels in my life, especially now that I'm present in the moment, like able to notice and appreciate them. You know what I mean? So, thanks for being my mirror, even if it's for something terrible. We're gonna make it through. Let me know how it goes. I'll be wondering and asking, and I'll say some prayers, and I'll let you guys know. I guess I'm gonna try and make an appointment tomorrow. Right? Tomorrow's Friday. Maybe my card will be in the mail, and then I won't have I'll have answers to all the questions. There won't be like a moment where I'm like, no, I don't have that when I'm making appointments. So I'll let you guys know as soon as I know as we move forward through that. I think I'm going to call it though, guys. I was thinking I might go 2 hours, but I don't want to burn myself out. It is good to be back. I find myself having a lot less to say now than I did at the beginning of the show. And I think that just is, the natural, my body or whatever, the universe telling me that it's time, time to hang up the hat, so to speak. So hit that like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. Davey, receiving your love right now, sending it right back as well. Good to see you. I'm glad you made it. Izzy E says, big thanks to the boat and crew for getting me through a gnarly nicotine craving tonight. That trauma timeline I'm working on is no joke. My sobriety is stronger thanks to y'all. I'm telling you, Izzy, that 8-minute thing, keep fighting the good fight. That is, after you conquer nicotine, there will be nothing left to conquer. Like, not to say that there's not more stuff to do, but out of everything, that apparently, allegedly, is the hardest. That's what I've been told by many different people, heroin addicts included. So, if you can beat that one, you can beat anything, Izzy. I believe in you. I hate saying goodbye, but I am going to. You guys have a wonderful night, all right? We'll see you in the morning. And I'm going to go with, show yourself some love, all right? Love yourself a little bit tonight, all right? We'll see you in the morning.